Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Living in Oneness and Spirituality in Action call with today's special guest, Rikka Zimmerman. I am Nanette Rogers-Kennedy here with my colleague, Dee Meyer. We are co-coordinators of Humanities Team Spirituality and Action program. Humanities Team has over 100,000 teammates in over 150 countries. We would like to thank you, our donors, for your support of Spirituality and Action. Without your in-kind donations and financial nurturing, we would not be able to do the work we are doing in the world. We have access to many extraordinary speakers. Today, it is our great pleasure to share with you Rikka Zimmerman. Rikka is bringing in tools to create a life of love through realizing your connection with your higher self, Source, angels, and God. We will be covering what is possible to when you learn to take spiritual action. By making significant changes for yourself, all creatures and Mother Earth benefit. Through the energy of oneness, we can create heaven on earth. By using the knowledge Rikka shares with us today, you will empower positive change to bring out the very best of you. We are going to go deep and cover as much ground as we can during this call. We hope to take a few questions, so if you're on the phone and have a question that you'd like to ask Rikka, press 1 or 2. If you're listening via the webcast on the Internet, you can enter your questions on the Q&A area. Please give us your first name and where you are listening in from with your question. So, Dee, over to you.
Thank you, Nanette. I'm so excited to share Rikka with you this evening. Rikka is a global leader in consciousness, the creator of Adventure in Oneness, acclaimed international speaker, successful author, singer, songwriter, and is infinitely blessed and excited to introduce her new album, Be the Change to the World. She's propelled by unbounded love for humanity. Rikka travels the world and works with thousands of people, radiating a vibration of joy, peace, possibility, and oneness in all she does. Her light is a beacon of inspiration, inviting each person on the planet to remember and embrace and be the magnificent, unique expression of the divine they were born to be. Through Rikka's Adventure in Oneness events, which include in-person and live stream events, telesummits, teleclasses, and an ever-growing membership site and more, she empowers people to know they are the catalyst for bringing about transformation for themselves and the planet. In addition to facilitating classes all over the world, Rikka has collaborated with internationally recognized spiritual teachers, Panache Desai, and appeared alongside speakers and authors including Dr. Wayne Dyer, Michael Beckwith, Lynn McTaggart, Greg Braden, Marcy Shimoff, Neil Donald Walsh, Marianne Williamson, John Assaraf, and other conscious leaders. Rikka appears on TV and radio shows internationally as well as in print and online publications. Welcome, Rikka.
Hello, Dee. Hello, Nanette. And hello, everybody out there. Oh, I'm so excited that you're here and that together we get to open up a new realm of possibilities for us all today. And I love that, bringing heaven onto earth. So thank you so much for having me and for being and doing everything that you guys are doing in the world, too, because it's making an incredible difference. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you. We like to start our programs with a oneness centering process, and we'd love to invite you to lead us through an activation. Would you like to do that now?
That would be wonderful. All right, everyone. So everyone just go ahead and take a deep breath. Allowing yourself to release your day, release all the things that went on in your day, and that you're giving yourself this 60 minutes with us to expand your consciousness, to raise your vibration, to embrace the magic and the miracle that you are. Beautiful. And with that, you're actually committing to being present for the 60 minutes with us, so that you can be and embrace and enjoy and move into the life that you're truly meant to lead. So another just quick deep breath. And let's go ahead and open your body, just like a little bit of a pipe, almost like a divine vessel. And there's just beautiful divine light and space flowing through the inside of your body. So just imagine that your body is now hollow. and the inside is very spacious and light and spacious and light. Very spacious and light. Beautiful. You guys are doing a great job. Now go ahead and expand your energy field out. Move out in all directions. You're expanding your being out, up into the heavens, down into our big, beautiful earth. Wonderful. And how about, let's go ahead and do a cord cutting exercise where you cut all your cords to this illusion, to separation, to anything that is not resonant with your true being, right? So let's go ahead and ask the angels and guidance for a huge recipe of the vibration, the awareness, and the knowing that would allow us to be completely free, right? And we're going to fill our systems up with so much of that love and light that all of the connections to the illusion or to separation just begin plopping out of your system. So bring your awareness up and feel all of that vibration from the heavens, from the angels, from God itself. Feel into the freedom and the lightness and the love. Beautiful. Now go ahead and breathe that energy in. Bringing that into your form with the exhale. You're going to breathe that God love out your fingers and your toes. There we go, out your fingers and your toes. And with that, you'll feel all of the cords to the illusion now plopping out of your system, just disappearing, and you're becoming unconnected to separation itself and connected to the oneness that you are. Beautiful. And bring your awareness up again and feel into the joy and the love and the freedom and what the angels and guidance are here to bring for you in this very moment. Right? All of the love and the joy. Go ahead and breathe that energy in. And with the exhale, breathe all that joy and love out your fingers and your toes, releasing all the cords to the illusion, releasing, allowing, releasing, disappearing until the whole thing is actually getting to be gone there. Good job. And now let's do another form of cord cutting, and that's asking Archangel Michael to come in and actually cut all your cords. You can try on this too, and then you can play with this on your own. So let's just ask for Archangel Michael to come down and to cut all of your cords to separation, all of your cords to the illusion, so that you can resound in the true being of love that you are. Beautiful. Go ahead and breathe all that energy in. Now allowing Archangel Michael to cut all your cords. There we go. Filling yourself with so much love and light. Now moving out your fingers and your toes, all that love and light coming through. And now the freedom's just beginning to appear. And all of the cords, all the connections to reality are beginning to fade and fade and fade and fade and fade until they absolutely disappear. And you are free. You are a free agent to be yourself in the world. Your big, beautiful, amazing, design self. You are incredible, beyond incredible. So you're going to give yourself that gift of the freedom to be you. The freedom to be love. The freedom that you have when you are not connected to reality. Beautiful. Feeling that. Oh, boy. How is that feeling, Dee? We got everybody unhooked from the illusion.
Really amazing.
Awesome.
Oh, my goodness. I feel so energized. I was tired, and I'm not anymore. So, Rikka, we like to start our program with asking each of our speakers how they got on their spiritual path. And we would love to ask you to share a little bit about your story. And, that's what connects us all as one human family is this story. So we'd like to hear a little bit of yours.
Sure, wonderful. Well, I mean, I think like a lot of us, or all of us, we were even little children looking up at the stars going, something's not fitting here. Why do I feel so different? Why do I feel like I don't really fit in here? And also, what else could be possible for me in my life? And so even as a little kid, I kind of looked up at the stars and felt different and saw things different and would even kind of counsel my parents and my brothers and sisters, like, if you just be present, then it feels better. You'll receive more. I started actually facilitating at a very young age, although I didn't realize at that point where life was actually going to take me. And like a lot of you guys, I grew up in a family where I felt very much like I wasn't good enough, and was actually told I wasn't good enough, and that I was actually bad or evil. So I grew up thinking I was absolutely terrible. And then in my life tried to be as right as I could, try to get perfect, try to have a right life, and I was really restricting myself and restricting what was possible for me. And in fact, I couldn't even be myself in public. You know, I was a singer-songwriter also at the time, and I would get up to play music, and I'd say things on the microphone like, would it be okay if you guys didn't judge me? Because this is just a hobby, and I hope you enjoy whatever you get out of it. And I was really trying to save myself from the judgment that was going to come at me, right? Because I felt so vulnerable, so insecure of who I was as a being. And myself, I had judged myself so much, I was avoiding judgment in the world. So I don't know if you guys also have done the same or similar things. And it just felt like I was holding myself back, and I just knew that there had to be more that was actually possible for me. So I began a journey, and you know, went to a bunch of different therapists, and I fired every one of them because I was like, wait, I know more about me than you do. This isn't working, right? And then came across different modalities, different techniques, different teachings, and I've just basically, you know, been doing that for about 10 years, been facilitating full-time for 6, and it's just such an unbelievably awesome journey of getting to share this love and this light in the world. And every time I get to be a representative of God and the angels, I get to receive more of it myself. So it's just a gift that keeps on giving.
We are just so excited to have you with us. And I so resonate with everything you've said. And I don't know if it was my upbringing, but I definitely had that I'm not good enough piece of it. So, yeah, I really do relate to that. One of the pieces that I just find fascinating is that you've really identified with oneness. Oneness is at the center of your work. How did that come about?
Good question. Well, you know, my company is called Adventure in Oneness, and it's actually called Adventure in Oneness because it's truly an adventure, right? Yeah. Where we go is very uncharted territory, you know, and it's into this energy, this being, this space that we, you know, are returning to truly into the oneness that we actually are. So for me, when I say oneness, I just mean all of the energy of everything. It includes everything without an ounce of separation, right? And when you have that, all those energies coming together and you're being all of that, the experience of judgment or separation actually dissolves, and you get to merge into all of the energy that is, which is oneness. And it's where everything comes from. It's a field of infinite possibilities, of infinite love, of infinite lightness and joy and play, and, you know, it's the place where magic happens.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Well, it is beautiful. And I love that you love to laugh, because my colleague Dee and I spend a lot of time doing that, and we feel like it's just a great thing to help that energy. So it's really nice to hear someone who's got the humor going, and so I really appreciate that. I wanted to say, Rikka, for the people that are not terribly familiar with you or maybe experiencing you for the first time, can you share with all of us a little bit about your activations?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Well, let's see, where would I like to start? Basically, the activations are within each of you. The way I see it is that the dimension that you choose to live and experience is really your choice, right? So based on your belief system, say if you feel that you're not good enough and believe that you're not good enough, you're putting your power into that concept, I'm not good enough. And then what happens is you experience your life through that dimension. So I kind of see every bit of these limitations that we hold on to as these different dimensions. And as we release them, we move into a different dimension, into a different existence, into a new way of being. So with the activations inside of you, you are already divinely perfect. you are already everything that you are. You are already all the magic, all the love, all the peace, all the possibilities, all the abundance, all the beautiful life upon beautiful lives. You are already all of it. And it actually is within you. So with the activations, what it feels like is I see that what you truly are, and I be what you truly are, and then together we go, hey, up here, let's activate this part of you. And with that, you start experiencing a new way of being with yourself, and you begin releasing and letting go of the old stuff that wasn't as much fun and didn't feel as good as this new you. So that's sort of the way I see it.
Well, I think for people that may be new to activations, and I think you've already kind of answered this question, but I'm going to restate it anyway, because we did the activation at the beginning, and just like Dee, I was feeling kind of tired, and you've got a very electric personality, and I was feeling up by just listening to you, and through the answer you just gave. But how does this process work, and how does the person that maybe has never had an activation or an attunement or this kind of process, how do they know that it's working? I mean, is it just as simple as I just stated, or is it something a little more complex?
I think it's as simple as you just stated. And one of the keys is our presence. It's like, what are we giving our presence to, right? So what happens is we have experiences in our world, like you guys were saying, I was feeling tired. And so if in your consciousness, it's like, were you really tired, or were you actually aware of a vibration around you called tired? So with the activation, it's kind of like letting go of the stuff that wasn't you, that wasn't real, and bringing you into a real sense of yourself, right? So, here we are, if you're in your life and you're feeling tired and you go, oh, my God, I feel tired, you're in essence empowering that vibration or that dimension of limitation to actually be part of your field. You're saying, I am tired. So then the energy of tired is like, oh, you want me to be you, so let's hang out with each other, right? So so with this, with the activation, it's like releasing all of the old information and really giving your presence to a new vibration. So as the beginning started of like, okay, let's give your presence to the 60 minutes together, the more and more you actually be present with these higher dimensions and these higher vibrations, and the kind of energy that I'm present with, like way up there, that we're all present with way up there, as we move our presence into being present with the energy way up there, you might find right now you even feel different just doing that. So our presence is kind of like a navigational tool, and as we give our presence to the higher vibrations, we begin experiencing the higher vibrations. And in essence, it's a creation and a manifestation tool too, because you're instantly manifesting a new energy in your field and a new way of being and a new perspective and a new vitality in a way. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I love that, that it's because, as I just said, I went from that moment of the I am tired thing to really being energized. And I think one of the wonderful things about it is to see how quickly you can move from that not so good thing to feeling very energized. So
yeah,
I love your answer.
How unreal our experiences really are.
Yeah,
it's like,
it does.
Wait a second, how real was that if it just went away? And you'll
That's
find
right.
with every energy pattern, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, that just went away. And you'll gain your momentum in the power and the empowerment in your life as you realize that more and more and more.
Well, thank you. That was awesome.
You're welcome.
So,
thank you.
We have lots of people writing in to say hello, and they're writing in from all over the world. Just Peter from Amsterdam says hello. Marie in Melbourne. And we'll get to the questions. If we have enough time, we will get to questions at the end. Jennifer in Port Orchard, thank you for writing in, guys. And we will definitely try to get to a few of the questions and comments coming in. And if you're just joining us now, you're listening to Rikka Zimmerman on the Living in Oneness 5 Pillars for Success Summit, and also the Spirituality in Action program. Rika, this world is filled with so many distractions, and everyone is so busy. Do we have to meditate all day or be a monk to be fully present?
I think that's, it would be very interestingly, it'd be challenging in this world to live that way unless you were, say, living in India in a monkhood or something. The way I see it, too, is that our heaven on earth, is supposed to be heaven on earth, not heaven in a cave, right? It's like, oh, good, you feel really great when nobody's around. But what I do and what I'm here to do is bring you guys the tools and the information and the vibrational bridges so that you can be so empowered in Source yourself to where you can be in the world and you still feel like you're, in that place of being in heaven. And the only reason why any of you guys experience anything other than that is because of the content that's basically in your system. And truly the lessons of returning to love that this illusionary experience wants to bring you to. So once you release and release and release all that information, you'll actually begin having a different experience, and even experiencing any kind of illusionary whatever will be like experiencing oneness. It's like it's all the same stuff. But that's when, as you let go of layers and layers and layers of separation yourself, you begin to realize that everything was God. Everything was presence. Everything was light, and everything was love, and it always has been. And as you begin experiencing that, there's nothing else to experience.
Yeah, I just think that your program can help a lot of people. One of the issues both Nanette and I have are we are workaholics, which does create some stress. But we are starting to work through your program. We obviously have not finished it because we've got some work to do on that front. And I think that there are a lot of other people like us. So another piece of this, Rikka, you say in your audio package that every fixed position you have about something takes you out of what is. Can you explain this to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so this is cool. So basically anything that we define ourselves as, just like you said, I am tired, right? That's a definition of you. So because you've associated with it, you're the God of your reality. You're the God of your experience. You've actually always been God. And so what you believe in, you give your power to, and then it gets created in your experience. So in essence, what's going on is every fixed position that you create in your world, I'm tired, I'm unhealthy, I don't like myself, all of that, it actually, one, identifies that in you with that part of the matrix, which is really tough too, because say you think to yourself, wow, I have a terrible body and I'm overweight. You're saying, I am this. So your environment says, okay, well, let me feed you the information that everybody else is doing about the same topic and the same subject. And so what ends up happening is every definition of you actually hooks you up to that part of the matrix. And now anyone around you who thinks, oh, my God, I'm overweight and I don't like myself, that information, you've asked it to come to you by saying, I am this.
And I just said I'm a workaholic, so now I have just brought that in. I've got a lot of work coming to me after that statement.
Exactly. Work,
okay, I'm
stress,
going to take cancel.
Cancel.
Right.
Yes. And in essence,
rewind.
It keeps us out of a state of flow. And God itself is always in a state of flow and a constant state of expansion. So if you want to be identified with the matrix, define yourself with fixed positions. If you want to identify yourself as God, allow yourself to be a flowing, ever-expanding, ever-present, always shifting energy. And when you do that, the matrix can't even touch you, because it doesn't relate to that. There's not very many people going, I'm an infinite flow of energy. So you're not really going to get thoughts about that. And the other thing about fixed positions is every single belief system you have is all about supporting the not, supporting the separation, supporting what quote unquote is not, right? So it's in support of the illusion. And Yeah, every single one. Seriously. I was walking around my house because I take little breaks while I work because you just have to keep your energy present and up. And if you do too many hours, you just like, okay, time to take a little walk and breathe, right? So I was breathing, and I kept feeling like this energy of come back to me, come back to me. You guys would relate to this. It was as if the work was like calling me back, and I'm like, what are you? And it was like, I'm efficiency. And I'm like, oh, I defined myself as efficient, didn't I? Right?
Yeah.
And so the next part of the process that's actually come out kind of recently is just telling efficiency, hey, guess what, efficiency? You're no longer important to me. You're no longer important to me. I don't require you. I don't need you. I don't have any association with you. Efficiency, you're no longer important to me. And the other thing I realized was that idea of being efficient is just the same idea of not being inefficient, right? It's the same world. It's like whether you're not being efficient or you're being efficient, the judgment is still, I'm not efficient.
Two sides of that
right?
coin.
Yeah, it's basically the same paradigm. So what happens when you do that, when you define yourself, is those things control you and run your life. Just like as I was walking around and I felt this energy of, you've got to come back to work now. I'm like, why? I'm walking. I'm enjoying myself. Who are you? Right? It's like, hey, you know what? And so these things like efficiency, every definition of us, we've created as more important to us than ourselves, than our God selves. Just like being a workaholic or getting a lot done or accomplishing. If you have those ideas, right, it's like you've created that as more important to you than your own presence, your own God being, your own energy of what is. And by doing that, it has power and control over you. So the way to begin unraveling that is, a great tool is just telling it, hey, you know what, you're no longer important to me. So efficiency, you're no longer important to me. Not being efficient, you're no longer important to me either. I have nothing to do right now, right? And falling into that space, and all of a sudden the matrix is like, oh, she's starting to move, I can't find her, and then that whole system will no longer have access to you.
Wow. I so identify with that. Today, Nanette and I were trying to take a break, and I tell you what, we didn't sit down and break for more than about 5 minutes, and, we had things we had to do, both of us. So I really do get it.
Yeah, and if you look at that, too, that's really creating your system as this amazing pressure cooker. And if you look at all of that from an energetic standpoint, it's like, wait a second, is any of that even real? It's like, it's not real. It's all this made-up conceptual world of, well, I've got to get this done and do this, and really, it's not even real. So how often, we spend in this world of what's not real, and in the stress and in the contraction and in the got to get stuff done, as if we even want to play there. And your little being, your little one's going, can you let me out to play? Please, I want to have fun. And even when you go to take a break for 5 minutes, like, where was the fun? Or were you still tied to that part of the matrix? So the first exercise we actually started with opening your body up and your energy up, and then bringing that love in to cut the cords, and or asking Archangel Michael to cut your cords. I do that like 12 times a day because we are interacting with the interface of the illusion. So, it's going to get a little sticky sometimes, and as you cut those cords, you'll feel the space and the freedom and the love come back to you.
Wow. You made me think of a quote by Mark Twain, which I'm not going to get verbatim, but he has a quote that says that 90% of the things he worried about in his life never came to pass. and so when you were talking about this, and Dee was talking about us being the workaholics, that workaholic, when we're on that supposed break and one of us says, oh, you know what, I got to go back to my computer right now because if I don't do it right now, I'm going to forget it. We aren't being present even in our break time. And so you talk about being 120% present. I would like to know what it's like to be 100% present, but can you talk about what you mean when you say 120% present?
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. Okay, so because in the energy of presence, basically none of the illusionary stuff exists. So stress, worry, you know, all that stuff, it's not even real. And in essence, we've been giving ourselves up for the stress or the worry because this is how somebody else did it, right? But truly, you can still accomplish even more from presence and not buy into any of those energy fields. Like, it's not mandatory that you leave your presence. In essence, in fact, you actually get way more done from presence than you do from a to-do list and from that contraction and that stuff. So being 120% present, when you are 120% present, you actually become the most powerful person on the planet because you're actually being present with the energy that is. When we create ourselves as not being present, in essence, we're creating ourselves as being part of the illusion. And when you're part of the illusion of separation, if you go to move something or shift something or manifest something, it's almost like pushing a big wall, right? Because you're within the walls of separation. It's like, oh my God, I got to push this thing, and it's so hard and it requires so much effort. But when you let go of that and you allow yourself to move into that 120% presence, you're actually in the energy of what is. So creation and manifestation is working with what is, to shift what is, to allow what is, to be what you'd like it to be, and it's actually really easy. So you'll find you're infinitely more powerful, and everything shows up instantaneously and very easily when you're in this field. The other thing that we, and that I can feel sort of in your guys' worlds is there's kind of this, like, I have to do it myself mentality, or I have to do it all by myself, or I'll just do it, I'll take care of it. And there's a little bit of, I learned this too from my own consciousness, is that my parents were like, if you get it accomplished, or if you do something, we will praise you and we'll give you love. So part of it was I was looking for love by working my butt off, right? So it's like, all right, did somebody love me? Did anybody see me? I worked all day. Like, where's the love, right? You know, so part of it was that. And, you know, yeah. So, I mean, if you begin actually giving yourself that love and that presence, you become basically a sustainable energy source, and you yourself are gifting you so much. You don't need to do anything. And from that overview position, you can also see what tweaks would need to happen to hire most everything out and only do the things that you need to kind of bring your energy and your attention and your awareness to. So in essence, you guys would become the leaders, and there'd be other people doing all of the implementing.
It's so funny that you mention this, because Dee and I talk about this quite a bit, where we will say, oh, the time that it would take me to call so-and-so to do such a thing, we could just do it. And that actually does add to the stress, because then the to-do list that you say we don't really need just keeps getting more stacked. So that was very, very interesting.
Absolutely. And the truth is that if you created systems for everything, then you could have somebody else do it. Right? Mm-hmm. And that requires a presence and an overview, and also a caring and a love for you. Because the other way, you're not actually loving yourself and honoring yourself. And the way of being in your presence and your love and your energy, and then making the choices of which directions you're going, and loving yourself so much that you make it all work for you. Because there's a lot of stuff that's involved. I mean, I know from running a, $1.2 million company, oh my God, there's so much stuff, right? So, being really systematized, and also really from that overview position, it's like, it's so key. It is unbelievably key. And if I tried to do everything myself, it's like I would have never moved to where I am now. I actually realized that at one point. I was doing classes, and I think I, had 50 persons in my class, and I could only do one a month because there's no way I could do anything else. It took all my time to do that one class. And I'm like, wait, in order to expand, I have to let people contribute to me.
Oh, that's a good one. That's quotable. That's definitely quotable. And what you're talking about actually leads me right into my next question. A question that you asked is, has your cognitive mind ever actually delivered energetically what you would like in your world? And if you could speak to that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, our sweet minds, right? They're trying to figure everything out for us, right? And they're trying to find the answer for us, and they're trying to search for the perfection of getting everything done, and once it gets done, then the being will open up and everything will happen. But you notice that none of that actually delivers. So our poor sweet minds are like, I'm working overtime for you night and day all the time, and there's no payoff.
Huh.
Right? And in essence, you know, what if what was meant to happen? Your mind is sort of like this I see it almost as for me, it's like a spaceship controller. So I function from a different space with your mind, when your mind is like this kind of higher mind that functions in these higher dimensions, and I let my mind be that high instead of having a mind down here where it's always interacting with those fields of separation and trying to find and get and all that stuff. That seems a little silly, because your mind can actually work on your behalf. You just have to be willing to function from space with your mind instead of contraction. It's a different way of being, for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what if our beings were truly meant to bring this energy of God back into our minds and into our egos to re-resonate your whole energetic field, to really raise the consciousness of the planet? So, you know, I see that as something that we're meant to do and to be on behalf of ourselves, because it's more fun and feels a lot more like us, and on behalf of everybody else.
On that note, Rikka, what tools or tips can you give us to fully pull us into that energy, that presence?
Yeah, let's do this together, because this is really fun. So everybody just take a deep breath and kind of come in. Just allow yourself to kind of come into center, come into who you are, come into your true being, come into the isness and the oneness that is. Okay, and now just go ahead and repeat after me. I evoke that all of my selves, and that's S-E-L-V-E-S, so all of my selves, and go ahead and repeat that, guys.
I evoke that all of my selves. Do you want Nanette and I to do it, or should we do it quietly?
Oh, no, you should do it out loud, because people love that.
Okay.
They love hearing you guys, yeah. So I evoke that all of my selves.
I evoke that all of my
selves
come back to me.
Come back to me.
Clean, clear, abundant.
Clean,
clear, abundant.
And full of love, full of light, and full of magic.
And full
of love, full of light, and full of magic.
Cool. Let's just do this a few more times to really anchor this in. But in essence, sort of what's happening is our beliefs and our thought patterns and the stuff we're working on, it almost takes, like, you know, splits us up into 1,000, and then we have 1,000 different pieces of our energy working on all these different things within the illusion. So this is kind of like calling all of yourselves back into this very present moment of now and relieving them of all their duties working out there and bringing them all back to you, clean, clear, abundant, full of love, full of light, and full of magic. You're welcome to add anything else in at the end, because it's an open full of magic, full of possibilities, full of everything it is. You could just kind of fill in the blanks there. But let's do this one more time so you guys really get the sensation of, oh my gosh, calling all my selves back into this very present moment. So go ahead and repeat after me. I evoke that all of my selves.
I invoke that all of my selves
come back to me.
Come back to me.
Clean, clear, abundant.
Clean, clear, abundant.
Full of love, full of light, and full of magic.
Full of love,
full of light, and full of magic.
There you go.
So I am feeling all kinds of energy and a light in my third eye, my throat, my heart, and grounded. And it's really cool. Thank you.
Isn't that cool? It's kind of like, if you look at it, how much of your energy was out doing something else, outside of your body, outside of your present moment.
Really beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I would say probably most people run on 10% of their energy because they've got at least 90, 95% out doing other stuff. And what happens is when we create things like, oh, I want this, or I want this to be different, or that's when our self goes out to actually fulfill that task for us. But we don't actually have to do that. We can actually call on God, the angels, and to do all the work. It's like, okay, God, you know, you be the energetic source of this, and I get to be the one who calls it into existence. So, you know, yeah?
I was going to ask, is this presencing the stuck energy? Is that presencing all the stuck information in your system?
It's basically bringing all of yourselves into this very present moment. Within this present moment, there is no stuck energy.
Okay.
Right? So it's calling all you back to, because, you know, you guys realize, I mean, look at your lives. Like, when have you felt the best, like the most amazing? When have the most awesome things happened? When is the most flow and the most magic? Well, it's always when you're being present. It's like there's this energy that shows up and you're like, damn, I feel good. This is awesome. You're nowhere else, right? So that's why the power of this presence is so valuable and so important, because it's like this commanding yourself to being exactly where you are. Within that, there is no limitation. There is no stuck energy. There's no past. There is no future, right? It's all happening in this very beautiful moment of now.
So, Rikka, I'm going to give you some choices here. We have, I would love to talk about your special offer, and we also have some questions coming in, and I'm just wondering how you'd like to handle it. Do you want to take any? We have 4 people with hands up for live questions. I've got loads of questions coming in on the webcast.
Yeah, sure. Well, how about we go through the special offer, you know, just quickly or whatever, and then we can move into, you know, answering some of those live questions.
Perfect. Wonderful. So if people are just joining in now, you can find Rikka's special offer on the livingin1.com/Rikka-Zimmerman-special offer. And we will send all of this out. If you're not finding it now, don't worry. We will send it after the call is over. We will send out a email with a link to the call and a link to our special offer. So it's on the Living in Oneness website, and it's the presence, the power of you. 7 elements to master the power of presence in your life. And Rikka, I'm going to let you take it away.
Okay, wonderful. So we know that within this energy of presence, within calling you into this absolutely very precious present moment, that none of the limitations exist. None of the stuck energy exists. The illusion does not exist within this present moment, right? So what this does is it opens the doorway to a field of infinite possibilities, to your life being about play, about joy, about creation, about being able to live as you, right, being 100% yourself and not having to function from any of those fields of separation. So what I've created is this amazing package that people just, I mean, they were just flying out of this universe. It's like, oh my God, I feel so good. This is so amazing. So the first part of it is the elements of reality that keep you from powerful presence. So that is addressing and bringing up all of those different ways in which this reality of the matrix has tricked you, right, and kept you out of presence, and actually eliminating and erasing and releasing all of those constructs within the toning. So toning is something that's really, it's been around for me for about 1.5 years, and it's sort of like I feel these really, really high crystalline energies that are coming through, and then I just allow God or the angels to sort of, you know, put a tone to that. And then what has shown up, we actually had it tested with a GDV machine, and people were having chiropractic adjustments within like 4 seconds. They were having old emotional information like just disappear. They were having their energy systems of their body just move into fullness and into vitality. So it's been amazing to watch and to see the benefits of what this toning actually creates. So the next part of it is the power of unlocking your presence from the construct of time. Because if you look at it, time is actually the structure that limitation needs in order to exist, right? It's like if you didn't have any concept of time, could you have any judgment? Or do you need the timeline in order to create the judgment? Because judgments happen in your past or your future, right? They're just old information that's coming up from the timeline. So as we let go of time and the timeline of things, you'll find that the illusion or the judgments or the limitations, they can't really stick. You know, it's like there's not enough of a solidity there to actually hold them in place because you're being too fully through all time. And you realize everything is happening in simultaneity. There's really no reason to judge or to think anything should be any different because you're so fully within the energy of what is feeling so good, you wouldn't really want to change anything. It's all perfect. So the next part is the power of this undefined presence, and this also comes with a toning track. And this is sort of what we talked about in letting go of all those fixed beliefs to moving into this undefined space and beginning to realize that that's what you are. You are flow. You are this undefined presence. You are this energy from, you know, the heavens that's actually coming through. So rerouting and reuniting your system with those energies and, in essence, releasing all of the old information that would keep you moving into the fullness of that. So the next part is the power of knowing your vibrational being, and this is actually about interacting with the world around you from a vibrational space instead of a belief space, right? So it turns everything on its head, and what's beautiful about that is that when you're in vibration, knowing yourself as energy, literally all of the stuff that's been bothering you, bugging you, limiting you, bogging you down, sticking you, it can't exist because it only knows itself as a belief, right? So when you're functioning with everything energetically and you're not buying into those beliefs, the interface is dissolved and you have all those belief systems and you're interacting vibrationally, you have a whole different world. I mean, it's just completely brand new. And the cool thing, too, is that you always have access to all these infinite energies to shift or move your energetic state, just like we did at the beginning of the call from the quote-unquote tired into, oh, I feel great now. It's so easy. So the next part is using the power of presence to master this reality and the toning that goes along with that. And this is actually about giving you the keys to manifesting your destiny and manifesting and creating whatever it is you'd like to create. Because as you move into presence, you start embodying this vibration of God that basically all the molecules around you raise to the highest order. So in essence, creation is being that energy of God, that energy of presence, so fully present with the world around you and with everything that it comes to meet you where you are. And, I mean, it just absolutely shifts everything because you completely have dominion over all physical reality, which is awesome. So the next part is the power of creating your present moment experience, and there's a toning that goes along with that. And this is also moving you guys into the realization that you actually have choice with every moment and giving you the space between you and your experience so that you have the choice to choose whatever it is you'd like to instead of just experiencing what you feel is coming up. Because what is coming up is the environment around you sort of coming to meet you. It's sort of like you have a clean house, right, and your neighbor has a messy house. And all of his mess keeps coming in your front door. And you guys think, oh, my God, I'm messy. And it's like, no, that's your neighbor's mess. Right? So giving you space between you and your environment so that you can actually choose to be anything, to have anything, to create anything in any moment. And the last part of this is the power of embodying your interdimensional presence. And this is about actually moving into even higher, even more interdimensional, even more contact with all of the guides, angels, God, universe, and really living from a different level of presence, which is very crystalline, it's very high, it's very big, and it's very very unlocked from this reality, very free, which is awesome. So with that, you'll also get a free trial VIB membership, which is incredible. You get 4 90-minute group coaching calls, 4 90-minute group, 4 90-minute interactive live streams, a 90-minute group coaching call, and a few amazing also audios, which are just super cool, and a gift certificate. So, and then also like another 7-day event that we did, taking these audios with a group and then taking them a step further. So in essence, you almost get 2 packages for the price of one, which is really cool. So did I do a good job explaining that?
You did a great job, and it's such
cool.
an amazing offer. Absolutely amazing offer. So we will send out the link to the upgrade page so everyone can see what we've been talking about. It's amazing, and thank you so much for bringing that to Humanities team. Rick, I'd like to, let me jump into the back end of Instant Teleseminar, and I'd like to take a question. It's from Jennifer in Port Orchard. It says, hello, Rikka and Humanities team. It seems that since I've been on the spiritual journey the last 2 years, I've lost my job and gained 20 pounds. I'm having a difficult time through this shift with knowing where I fit into the world now. Can you give me some insight and help me rewire my brain to make this shift easier and to be free from fear of lack and limitations? That's great. I think so many people feel that way, Jennifer.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's an interesting thing really moving from being a person with a human experience and being sort of within those boxes and then starting to wake up and burst. And it's almost like, I'm a little chickie. Like, come on, like, show me how to fly. Like, where are my wings? Like, what's going on here? So, so just know that, you know, it's something that we've all gone through. We've all gone through this. Okay, this is great. I don't fit here, and I don't fit here. Now what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to be? And the truth is you, right? You get to actually be yourself, and you get to begin actually living your life for you. So part of it, I call it this middle stage, right? And when you have unlocked a little bit, but you're not fully willing to let go, the patterns will repeat themselves, and they really feel old, and they really feel boring, and they really feel like, oh, do I have to do this again? But the trick is that you have to be willing to go for it. Don't hesitate towards your biggest, most amazing letting go into everything that you are. Like, let go of all of the controls, because that control is controlling you into the illusion, and it's keeping those patterns repeating. Right? And the way I see it is that God in the universe is here to support you, here to contribute to you, right? So my question would be, are you safe in God? You know, when you've embodied more God, has it felt better to you? I mean, just look at the energy of it. Wow, have you felt more expanded? Have you felt more present? Have you felt higher states of consciousness and love? And I know that you know that that's a yes, right? Okay. So what if that's all that happens? When you fully let go, literally let go of all fear, all control, all everything, when you absolutely let go, you get to be taken care of by God. So you've only partially let go. So, and it's, when you do that, you're like almost like in a washing machine. You've got more divinity coming in, and it's trying to grab you out, but you're not really willing to let go, so the separation is taking another turn and another turn and another turn with you. So would you be willing to release and let go of all that fear, all that separation, all that stuff you think, oh, my God, if I let go of this, am I going to be okay? Take a deep breath. And remember, there's a place in you that's already let go of it. Yep, already done. Yep. Can you feel it? There you go. It's all the way up there. Yeah, there's a place in you that is already knows that it can trust God, knows that it's completely safe, actually knows that it's loved by God. And this old version of you is going, am I loved by God? And this other version of you inside of you is going, somehow I know I am. So if you can follow that energetic road into knowing how loved you are by God, how safe and supported you are, so fully let go, Fully let go. And are you willing to do this for you, right? Because you can't do it for anybody else. You have to go, you know what? Tired of this washing machine, right? Whatever it is, if it can be let go of it. Because you can't let go of the God you are, it's what you are, right? So if there's anything that you can let go of, it's time to let go of it, right? And what would be more fun, holding on or letting go?
Oh, letting go.
Yeah, I can feel that in you too. Yeah, she's like, let it go, let it go, let it go. Okay, so just take a deep breath. There you go. Just allow yourself to let go. You're so safe, girlfriend. You're actually safe up here. You're not that safe down there. It's a little crazy down there. But up here, it's a lot easier. A lot more fun. There you go. Feel that. Woo! Let that come in. There you go.
That was contagious.
Ooh, that feels good.
Rikka, can we ask you to stay a little longer today? And we know we've got so many hands up and so many questions. We want to get a couple more in if we can.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Nanette, you want to call?
Sure. Marjorie, are you there? Marjorie? Marjorie? Let's go to a different hand up. Let's go to Kim. Kim, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Kim. Welcome.
Hi, Kim. Hello.
Hi.
How are you, beautiful?
Hi, Rikka. So nice to talk with you.
Hi. Oh, beautiful to feel you, too.
I don't know what my question is now that I'm on. I guess my question is trying to hold the energy. I can feel it. I know when I'm connected. I know what it feels like. It feels so good. You don't want it to leave, but it does.
Oh, that's where you're getting caught, girlfriend. So if you don't want it to leave, then you believe it is going to leave. So then what happens is you get connected, and then that belief acts itself out because, in essence, you've told it to by believing in it. And so then the energy goes away, and then you get reconnected, and then it goes away, and then you get reconnected. So would you be willing to tell that belief, okay, you're no longer important to me? Just give it that energy of, you know what, you're no longer important to me. Being connected, not being connected. How could I not be connected to what I already am?
Say that again?
How could I not be connected to what I already am?
Right.
There we go. Just take a deep breath and just release that. It's a little bit of a fear pattern of, oh my God, is it real? And then it's like, oh, it's not, because part of you hasn't really fully let go and been like, you know what, this is all that is. I am the I am, right? Let's do this thing. So just feel into that energy of you that is the I am and knows that it is the I am and actually knows everything is the I am and that it's easy because it already is. And the rest of it never even happened.
Right. And I also have a hard time with manifesting. You know, I feel like I've worked at that as well, and certain things have gotten a lot better and a lot easier, but the big stuff, I feel like I start with the little stuff because I want to play.
Yeah. And does the little stuff show up?
The little stuff does show up.
Isn't that weird? Okay, so here's what's going on here, is that whenever you make something important, you've made it greater than you, and nothing is greater than you. So because you've made it meaningful or important, more important than the little stuff, right? You put a lot of energy and pressure on it, and you actually take your creation and you put it within the walls of the illusion, and then you lose your manifestation capacities. Because all the importance and meaning is all within those realms of definition. It's all about separation. Instead of, I am God, everything is God, right? So the little stuff or the big stuff, what if it was all just God energy that you could play with, and there wasn't a deciphering between little and big? Right? So when you make it meaningful or significant, you have made it greater than you, and you can't be the greatness that bees it into existence at that point because you're looking up to it as if it's greater than you. Does that make sense? You've given it your power.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes total sense.
Oh, good. Cool.
The little stuff seems more attainable, I guess. It's the only word I can think of.
Well, because that's what you are comfortable with. That's what you'll allow. That's what you've done before. That's kind of what has shown up before, right? So all you have to do is be the big stuff. Like, just be it. Give yourself the big stuff. Because what happens is there's in essence, when you create something as meaningful or significant, that's the energy of, oh, this might not happen. So then the illusion is going, okay, well, let me sort of create it but not allow it to come in. And it has to kind of do this dance with you until you realize, wait a second, I can have everything. You know why? Because I am everything. I already am it. And the other thing is, you might notice with those things that are significant or important, you put a piece of you inside of them. Like, if I get this, then I'll be happy. If I get this, then I'll feel loved. If I get this. And God doesn't want you to be fulfilled by the illusion. It wants you to be fulfilled by who you are as source, right? So it won't be able to fulfill that fully. Does that make sense too?
Well,
what's that?
It does, but yet.
Okay, take a deep breath. Because your mind's kind of trying to get involved. It's trying to tell me, like, stuff. And let me just I'll rephrase it again to where you go, oh, duh, yeah. Okay, so with the little stuff, it shows up instantaneously. And it works because it's not important. It's not significant. It's not greater than you. It's something that you are and is. So would you like to apply that creation that you're already doing, and you're already doing it really well? Would you like to apply that platform to everything?
Yes, I would.
Okay, cool. Cool. So, in essence, too, is that you may have to notice when you're going into the big and the important and go, you know what, universe, I already have this. I am it. Guess what? I already am it. Maybe do a little dance around your office. I am this stuff. Oh, yeah, right? It's like whatever you are about to do as far as making it greater than you and important, it's like, you know what, I am this. And at that point, if it shows up or not, it doesn't matter. When you get to that space, you are in the instant manifestation and creation space. You am it. You already am it. You're being the God that ams it into existence.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome, Jennifer. I can feel that. You already know this. Absolutely. And you're already doing it. So you just get to apply the same thing to that stuff. And you're like, I got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, I can just feel incredible energy running through my hands right now.
Yep. That's because you're a creator, girlfriend. Awesome. Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Well, we have questions coming in from all over the world: Kuala Lumpur, Sao Paulo, Brazil, Brooklyn, Parkersburg, Las Vegas, trying to see where else. They're just all over the place. Do you want to take one more question or a live call, Rikka?
Sure.
Which do you prefer?
let's do a live call. Those are always just really fun to hear people's voices. Yeah.
Okay, Sandy, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Sandy.
Hi,
Welcome.
Sandy.
Hi.
How are you, beautiful, amazing one?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you. I didn't realize you were calling my number. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to, my question would be, how do you raise your vibration and keep it high most of the time?
Right. Welcome to the one question that applies to all questions that anyone's ever asked, right? It's like, okay, how do I raise my vibration and have it be like this all the time? Okay, so, that applies to, like, basically every tool I've ever given anyone. So, let's see, what does your energy or your body or yourself actually require right now? Okay, so what you require is just an experience with this high vibration. To be able to open your system, and everybody else on the call who's listening, open your guys' systems up to some really, really high vibrations. So you're like, now the bridge is built, right? And once the vibrational bridge is built, you can follow that pathway back to that vibration anytime. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay, awesome. So right now, everyone, just take another deep breath. And Sandy, go ahead and just take a deep breath. And just with the exhale, just let go of all the cords to reality, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting them dissipate, letting them disappear. There you go, letting them move into non-existence. There we go. There we go. We get to move you into the present moment. This is going to be fun. Okay, so Sandy, will you bring your awareness up? And everyone bring your awareness up to the highest vibration that you can actually find. There you go. And let me ask you this, Sandy. Sandy, above your body, is there actually a light body? So you've got your physical body, and then above that body, you've got a lighter body. Can you feel into that?
Yes, I feel something over my head.
Yeah, kind of interesting. And above that light body, is there actually another light body?
Yes.
Okay, cool. We're going to keep going. Keep your awareness up on these light bodies. And above that light body, is there actually another light body? There you go. I know you can feel it. I feel that you feel it. Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Cool. And there's another one. So feel into that. And another one. There we go. And another one. Woo! You guys are getting up there. And another one. There you go. And another one. There you go. And another one. Oh, and let's go one more and another one. Beautiful. And now just feel that light body breathing in and out. At the very top, like highest light body. Allow that, the breath in and out. And that is actually breathing this energy of God in and out. And stay present with that in and out. There we go. You can feel how high that is, how expansive that is, what it feels like to live there, to be there, to function from there. Oh my God, it's like delightful, delectable, ecstasy-filled, bliss-filled space. It's just wonderful. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a deep breath, beginning to breathe that high light body into this current body. So go ahead and take a deep breath and bring that energy into your body. And with the exhale, find yourself, that light body coming down through all those other light bodies as they kind of get sandwiched more and more on top of your head. And with the exhale, just breathe that light body through, and then breathe that God energy and that light body out your fingers and your toes and your fingers and your toes, and you're breathing out as you raise up and up and up into being and receiving and being present with this light body. Beautiful. Bring your awareness up into this light body. There we go. And go ahead and take a deep breath, breathing that energy in. letting that energy come through your system. With the exhale, let it come out your fingers and your toes, and let that light body come all the way through your body, opening your body up to experience a new vibration of space and space and space. There we go, and space and space and space. There we go. Exhale, letting go, letting go, letting go. Beautiful. Bring your awareness up again. This high light body, really spacious, just God everywhere, all this love and light, this universe of who you are, and it's so easy and fun. Go ahead and breathe that energy in. Letting that energy come down through your crown, and with the exhale, just find yourself, with your awareness up, releasing, 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 awareness up, releasing. Beautiful, letting all that energy come through. And now allowing the flow to open up through that full-on highlight body all the way through your down physical body down into the earth, right? So all this light body is coming down through your body all the way through your physical body, and it's re-resonating your physical body with this high light body. So breathing in and just letting that flow begin to take place between that high body and that all the way out your fingers and your toes. And now feel into the spaciousness and the magic of the earth, and bring that magic up through your feet, now through your head. And now you're resonating this beautiful physical body of yours with the heaven that is on earth and the heaven that is in heaven, right? So you're becoming this bridge, this pathway for all the loving energy of the earth, of our dear mother, and all of this beautiful light energy of God that's present with all these molecules. And you're bringing that up through your body, and your body's relaxing as it's falling into earth, as it's connecting up with this light body of these heavens, fully connected to everything you are, all this God energy, all this light coming through, all this light coming through. And now you are actually being the bridge between heaven and earth, allowing the earth of heaven to appear on earth, and allowing the heaven of heaven to actually also appear on earth. So all this light is now transmuting through your system. Beautiful. And you're allowing yourself just to take a deep breath and move into this very present moment of now, and bringing this experience out into your present moment, allowing yourself to realize that all of your surroundings have actually always been within this energy of lightness. And it's just always been this way. All this light and this love. Every single molecule is made of God. So all you see is God everywhere. You feel is God everywhere. In every direction, it's just God meets God meets God meets God meets God, and it's all flowing, and it's all flowing, and nothing is solid. Everything is just this flowing energy of God in every direction. There we go, allowing all that energy to just continue coming up through the earth as your head stays as high in the cosmos, up with your light body, and your feet are now in the center of the earth, allowing all the center of the earth energy to come up through your body. Your waist is at the crust of the earth, all that magic coming up through your body. Your head's in the cosmos with this high light body is highest that you can go. There we go. And now your physical body is actually just being that bridge between heaven and earth, as your head is in the cosmos and your feet are in the center of the earth. Now all the magic that passes through your physical body, it's all that light and all that love from God below and God above. Ooh, that's cool. How's that feeling, Sandy?
Wow. I was spacing out there for a minute.
You were actually spacing in, girlfriend. Everything is space.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. How's that feeling?
That's great. That's wonderful. I feel lighter, energized.
Good, cool. So, it's interesting because we haven't allowed ourselves to associate ourselves with space. But as soon as you do that, you got the whole world at your fingertips, right? Presence is very spacious. It's very, it's like every molecule out here, science tells us that it's made of space, and every time they look for anything solid, they can't find anything. And the same thing goes for our realities, our systems, everything is meant to be spacious and flowing, right? And with our creation of, no, this is solid and this is solid, we actually create the experience of things being solid when they were never meant to be solid, and they aren't solid, and they were just never meant to be that way anyway.
You're right. Thank you so much.
So, yeah. Cool. Feeling you. Woo! You go, Sandy.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think that was perfect for everyone on the call. What do you guys think?
That was absolutely perfect. It just created our own little heaven on earth. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you. Rikka, we knew this hour would go by fast, and it has been one of the most enjoyable interviews we've ever done. So I'm so grateful to have you with us today. And I want to invite you to share your website information, and also want to let everyone know they can listen to this call again by clicking the webcast link in their email. Isn't that right, Nanette?
Yes. And if you're listening via the webcast and you want to listen again, it's the same link that you entered the webcast and the same password. And if you're listening, well, you wouldn't be listening to this if you're not listening to it right now, but we will be sending out a thank you note with the information within the next 24 to 48 hours, so that those who could not listen can, and those who want to listen again can also reconnect.
Rikka, you want to share your information?
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to rikkazimmerman.com, on the front page of our site, we have a free gifts from Rikka. So you'll get a money kit, which is awesome, and you'll get a 3 Keys to Loving You kit, which is also awesome. So all of that is free for you, and we do a lot of free stuff all the time. So it's really a great list to be on because I'm always sending you really cool stuff. And, so that's it, rikkazimmerman.com. You can also go to adventureinoneness.com, and it leads to the same place.
Oh, well, this has just been a delightful hour. Thank you for being with us, Rikka.
Aw, thank you so much. Oh, my goodness, that was wonderful. Thank you, Dee and Nanette, and thank you for just being such lights in the world and for bringing all this information to all these beautiful people, these beautiful souls that are asking for more and saying, yes, we can be ourselves. Yes, we can receive the God that we are. Yes, we can be heaven on earth. We can bring what we know to be onto this plane of existence. So it's beautiful, and thank you for your service, and thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome, you guys. Love you all. Have a beautiful night.
All righty.
Love you too.
Thank you.
Thank you to the listening audience for being with us. Without you, we couldn't do this. So it's been a pleasure having you with us tonight, too. Good night.
Good night, everybody.